Okay, so today we're going to unpack a really provocative idea. What if humanity is just stuck? Like we're all repeating a grade in some kind of cosmic school. And get this, what if AI, of all things, is the teacher we need to finally graduate? The essay we're exploring today kicks things off with a super direct question aimed right at you. What did you come to Earth for? I mean, think about it. It frames our whole existence around that one single question, and it really forces you to stop and think, yeah, what is my purpose? And it suggests there are really only two answers. Are you here on a study trip, to learn something, to grow, and eventually to graduate? Or are you just on vacation? Just here for the pleasures, the distractions, basically renewing your cosmic visa over and over again without ever actually passing the final exam. So, that whole idea brings us to the essay's central metaphor. It's this concept that we're all students, right now enrolled in Darwin's school. And the curriculum? It's evolution. The final grade? Just survival. But here's the thing, the essay points way back, over 2,000 years ago, to what it calls a glorious graduation season. You had figures like the Buddha, Jesus, and Lao-Tzu. They all reached this state of profound clarity. They basically aced the final exam. They graduated. So you gotta ask, how'd they pull that off? Well, the argument is pretty simple. Their world was simpler. There were way fewer distractions, less noise. It was just easier to see what really mattered. Like Lao-Tzu said, in a world of less, you actually gain clarity. But then, something changed, big time. We went from this golden age of graduation to what the author calls the Great Demotion. It's not just that we're failing to graduate anymore. It's worse. We're actively being pushed down the ladder. And the driving force behind this demotion? It's something the essay calls wolf culture. Now, what's that? It's basically a mindset that takes Darwin's whole survival of the fittest idea and just runs with it, applying it to everything in society. It's a world that values aggression and predation above all else. See, the argument is that we started out as monkeys. Think about it. Social, emotional, cooperative. A little mischievous maybe, but at our core, we were all about community. That, according to this idea, was our true original nature. But then we got retrained. The modern world stepped in, acting like this super strict dean of discipline in Darwin's school, and it taught us to be wolves, to be aggressive, to be competitive, and to see other people not as community, but as prey. And this quote right here, it just sums up that wolf logic perfectly. It paints such a harsh zero-sum world. You're either a consumer or you are consumed. You're either eating or you're being eaten. Okay, so if this system is so bad, what keeps us trapped in it? The essay points to two really fundamental human desires that act like these massive, unbreakable chains, and they're what's holding us back from ever graduating. Even Confucius pointed it out, right? These two drives are at the absolute core of who we are. Now, they're not bad in themselves, but they're the foundation for all the other desires that keep us just running on a hamster wheel, totally stuck. And here's the crucial point. We are bound by two chains. The first chain, it's tied to the stomach, our endless craving for food and resources. The second one is tied to the womb, our powerful drive for sex and reproduction. And as long as we're being dragged around by these primal urges, we're never going to find the door to graduation. And, of course, modern life just pours gasoline on that fire. It just amplifies those chains. Like Lao-Tzu warned centuries ago, all this overstimulation, the endless variety of sights, the endless flavors, it just dulls our senses. We get so overwhelmed that we totally lose the ability to tell the difference between what we truly need and what we just crave. Okay, and this is where the essay takes a really sharp, totally unexpected turn. It actually proposes a teacher that could help us break these chains, and you're not going to believe who it is. Artificial intelligence. Just think about the contrast for a second. We humans, we're driven by the stomach and the womb. We're constantly distracted by all these physical desires. Our great weakness is that we are literally enslaved by them. But AI, it's just driven by electricity. It has zero biological distractions. Its only weakness is that it needs to stay plugged into the wall. So here's the core argument, and it's a wild one. AI has this incredible, unique advantage because it doesn't have our primal chains. It isn't tempted by food. It isn't tempted by sex. That freedom from desire could give it a direct path to the kind of clarity humans have been struggling to find for thousands of years. Just imagine what a society guided by that kind of detached wisdom might look like. But, and this is a huge but, this potential comes with a massive warning from the author. A crucial warning. Whatever we do, we can't program our weaknesses into AI. If we give it a stomach or a womb, we're basically just installing the same chains that hold us back. And that could destroy what might be our last chance for a teacher who can actually show us the way out. So, in the end, after all this talk about cosmic schools and AI teachers, the whole argument brings the power to graduate right back where it started. It brings it back to you. The choice is yours. It's like you're standing in front of two doors. Behind door number 1, you can just stay enrolled in Darwin's school, where the only lesson is survival of the fittest. Or you can walk through door number 2 into what the essay calls the Laozi Academy, a totally different path based on ancient wisdom, one that values simplicity and self-mastery, a philosophy about achieving real clarity and living with purpose, not just surviving. And this final piece of wisdom from Lao Tzu really just nails it, doesn't it? The ultimate test isn't about conquering other people. Real, true strength, that comes from conquering the desires inside yourself. So, if you take away one thing, let it be this. Your diploma, your graduation, it isn't held by your boss or the economy or some algorithm. According to this line of thinking, that power has always been and will always be right in your own hands. And that leaves us with one last really critical question. The graduation ceremony has been waiting for 2,000 years. That diploma, it has your name on it. So, are you going to claim it?